threw his head back in dismay. Taylor again bowls. That's a lovely shot from Dom Sibley. Genuinely a full half volley. And Sibley, etc. As Taylor is in again. Sibley drives and he'll get 4 more. Sliced sort of drive this time. Thickish outside edge to be fair, but enough bat on it. Wait again, he bowls and Sibley drives. That's a lovely shot actually. It's a half volley and he's driven it past mid-off. Diving attempt by Finch, never really going to stop that. Lovely shot from Sibley.
Break off as Finch comes in again. There's a gorgeous looking drive from Jamie Smith. A little bit on the fuller side there from Finch. Oh, maybe that was the shot of the day. It's bowler mid on for 4 runs. Slightly fuller again, and Sibley has driven that 3 extra cover for 4 runs. Not quite as full as the first delivery of the over. He's climbed into that length very well.
Matthew Waite is in to Jamie Smith. That one he has timed. It was uppish for a little bit. It was a similar shot, flipped between mid-wicket and mid-on. Another boundary for Jamie Smith. He moves into double figures. He's got 13. Surrey.
Last ball of the 24th over from Bashir. A bit slower and well played by Sibley. He used his feet really nicely there. Just advancing down the pitch. Just a little shimmy down the pitch.
As Finch is in, pulled. It was an authoritative pull in front of square. Bashir, I don't think, picked it up. It wouldn't have mattered because he wouldn't have got there. It was way in front of square. As Finch is in and driven by Jamie Smith all the way along the ground where extra cover would have been. Kashif Ali starts off by trotting after it and then realises it would be a... Finch is in. Smith just driving. That's a lovely shot from Smith. It was in his arc. That little trigger movement where he goes back and bang past Jake Livy at cover. Finch is in to Jamie Smith, who's again driving through the cover. He doesn't time that one quite as well, but a sprawling Jake Livy at cover cannot cut it off, and that one will just trickle over the boundary. So back-to-back 4s as Finch is in, and it's driven. This time, even Rob Jones plugging the gap at cover. He's just got past him before he can even think about moving. He strikes the ball.
Example of his excellence this morning, and Dom Sibley another example of his consistency, and it's added to here as he just moves down the pitch and clips this ball beautifully through mid-wicket. If that doesn't sound like a mixed metaphor. Lovely off drive from Dom Sibley. Just a slight error from Ben Allison, just over pitching slightly, and Dom Sibley with that very, very strong.
And that's guided very nicely down to the vacant 3rd man region. Should trickle for 4. Well played by Smith there. Try something different. That's where it comes in. There we go. Short ball from Waite. Sibley well managed, and that brings up his 50. You can do.
Allison is all outside.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Jinx padlock. Sorry, and Jamie Smith, who's batted absolutely beautifully, brings up the half century as Allison is in. Oh, and another outside edge. I don't know if that one would have carried.
No, that looks...
slip. He played soft hands with that boundary in 2019. As Bashir is in, that's a big shot down the ground from Dom Sibley. I had to check to see which batter it was because it was what you expect from Jamie Smith. One bounce. But right, in a Scottish accent, that can be quite intimidating when someone tells you something like that. As that's a lovely shot from Jamie Smith, just a fraction short.
Yeah, a bit slower from Bashir. Just let's Taylor. Oh gosh, sorry, I get quite excited. Then Sibley, bit of a false drive from him, but a wide edge that beat backward point. Taylor, last ball of the over, Fuller, and that's driven, beaten extra cover by Smith, and that will find the ropes. So Smith moves on to 65.
5 balls he has faced, and that's another genuine edge that would have gone probably straight to Gully, who is no longer there. This is getting really frustrating. He's on strike to Tommy Taylor, and he's flicking that for the leg side. He plays that shot really nicely as well. He's really strong through the covers, but just whipping the ball off his legs square of the wicket.
Timing.
It's all about timing, as Frank says, and Matthew Waite had to chase it down to the boundary. Here comes Taylor. Less time, he gets that drive away. He's just caressed that. He hasn't tried to hit it too hard, certainly hasn't tried to overhit it, and it's gone to the left of Jake Libby, who just trots away up towards the whole time as well. As Taylor is in, that's whipped upish, and it's going to go wide of Matthew Waite at mid-on. Thought for half a second that it might have been a chance of a catch.
Pretty clear plans. Finch bowls, folks. Inside this, plays it nicely actually. Got it wrong, Adam Finch. Just drifted, first time in this spell really, into
cover, short cover on the catch, and of course what happens very next shot is Dan Lawrence just opens the face and teases Worcestershire.
As Bashir over the wicket to Lawrence, he advances down. Oh, it's Folks, so my apologies. He advances down, hits over the top, over long off, over mid off, sorry. Well, one bounce for.
Wary of this couple of games in. Here's Finch pulled away on the front foot by Dan Lawrence. That's going to be 4. There's a man at deep square leg, but he was in complete control of that. Lawrence just dragging it short. Finch hit it all the way along the ground. Keshi Valley is down at third as Finch is in. This one's full out driven, gets it out past backward point. I think that's going to race away. Jake Libby is going to chase it hard, and it just teases him.
Bashir and again here then to Folks as he's advancing down the track. It's a big hit. That will be 6 runs.
But first ball for him in red ball cricket for Worcestershire.
Flicked into the leg side by Folks. That's a lovely shot. It was a leg stump half volley really, and it was an excellent effort from Tommy Taylor out there. Helmet on, just trying to keep Dan Lawrence back in his crease. He's kept him back in his crease, but he hasn't kept him from caressing that one down the ground. As is so often the case with Lawrence, even when he's playing straight. Ethan Brooks is in, and that's driven past Keshi Valley. I think might have got a little hand on it that's taken some pace off it, but not enough for Adam Finch to cut it off. Another boundary then. Lawrence, that one might be back-to-back boundaries. He just waits for that one and plays it really late and guides it past Jake Libby, and that will take Dan Lawrence to 50. He raises his bat.
Bashir bowls, and he's down the pitch, and he whacks him over mid-wicket for 4. One bounce, bounced about 6 inches inside the rope. A while to put his stamp on things, and it's just beginning to come together as Bashir bowls a new over. First ball of which is short, and Bashir around the wicket again bowls, and Folks gives himself room, and that's another lovely shot. It's not Folks, it's Robinson. It's similar to the shot he played earlier in the over, but this time hit a bit straighter. But
there's Taylor again to Folks, straight down the leg side, and Folks tucks that round to deep back of square leg, and that'll be his 50. Very classical 50 from Folks, coming off 104 deliveries, but good patience from both Lawrence and Folks. Taylor in again. That's driven beautifully through cover point. Over pitching this time by Taylor, and Lawrence happy to put that one away.
Jordan Clark's almost one of the first names on the team sheet. Edged and taken. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Adam Finch. He deserves that wicket. His second of the day. And Finch is in. To Lawrence was fuller, driven. And that will be the end of the day. What a lovely day it has been.
Great day cricket
here at Worcestershire.